Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, this message I personally think needs to go to every gun owner in America, or at least something very similar to this. Share this video out if you guys agree. If you give me 3 minutes, we will get through this, but I think it's important for all of us to hear. Second Amendment advocates, patriots, all those people who support gun rights in the United States. This is our time. This is incredibly important because something that came up last night in the Colorado video, go watch it. It was all about the left and how they changed the definition of a straw purchase and transferring of firearms into temporary possession. Now I'm going to go into that in a little more detail in a second to kind of hit on something that I want to reiterate. But the thing that I want to drive home is to every single one of you first is this is our country. These are our rights. The people who are coming against our rights don't play in 6-month increments. They don't play in 4-year terms. They play in 100-year terms. The progressive left has been after guns in this country for decades. The fight is a small, incremental one, and they continue to push and push and push and push on any level, on any way that they can to achieve their end goals. And I'll be honest with you guys, the fight that we're in right now for the Second Amendment rights is going to take resolve. It is going to take gut checking on every single one of us to be active. It's very easy to say, come and take them. It's very easy to say, you're welcome to try. It's not easy to get out there and drive and donate your time to a candidate who's pro-Second Amendment. It's not easy to get on the phones and get every single person you know to the polls to support their rights. The tiny actions that we take every single day will lead us to the preservation of the rights of which we hold so dear, and dare I say it, even the reclamation of the rights they've taken thus far. The battle that we're fighting is not a small battle, and it's not a short battle. This is a long-term, drawn-out battle of attrition. We have got to bring our A game because we are going to pass this blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation, and it's you and I doing this. Men, women, I don't care what you are, who you are, I don't care who you love, I don't care about any of that crap. The point is, we have amazing rights that have been given to us in a damn near perfect document to preserve that freedom against tyrants that we are exhibiting and seeing every single day in this planet, specifically in this country. This is something that's going to take resolve, and you have it inside each and every one of you. This is important. What we're watching in Colorado right now, and this is where I'm going to kind of transition to my point from Colorado. We're not looking at an overt, immediate gun control overnight. What we're looking at is a slow death and slow decay into complete and total gun control. One of the things that we covered last night's video, and this is the part that I really want to dive in and hone on because this is the important piece. This is why we fight and how we need to fight on the battlefield of ideas. The left does this incrementally. Last night we covered a law that was passed in 2001 that has been re-envisioned and reinterpreted by the judicial system 20 years later, which was Thursday of this week. They redefined what a straw purchase is or what a transfer is. So now, if you hand a gun to someone, that's officially a transfer. For some reason, some people in the comments, not all of them, you guys were mostly across the board amazing, but there was a select few that I thought was an interesting take. And it was, it's over, we're losing, which is not true at all, especially if you watch this channel all year long. We've been highlighting the wins we've been having across the country because this is a long-term fight. But the other part was, this isn't gun control because it's not going to take a felon. It's not going to make you a felon if you transfer it to someone who's not a fugitive. 100% correct right now. Right now. The way that the progressive left works, and you can look at this in any spectrum, in any arena that you want legislatively, they incrementally change things. For example, 20 years later, they re-envisioned a law that said you can't transfer a gun to a fugitive. Well, now they transfer it to a temporary transfer, or changed it to a temporary transfer. How long until the next common sense gun law is, we can't transfer guns to children or minors under the age of 18? Well, that sounds like a pretty reasonable thing until you think that a transfer is literally handing a child, like an 18-year-old, 17-year-old child, legal adult, a handgun in a gun range while they're being supervised to embrace their Second Amendment rights and embrace them in the culture, and then all of a sudden that's illegal because they built it block by block. This is the fight that we are in, guys. This is incredibly important. It's not about waiting and saying, come and take it. That's the worst case possible scenario. The hard work is the day-to-day activism. Get out there. 40 million people joined us in the past 8 months. Think about that number. Engage. We have got an amazing opportunity to do some incredible things in the next year, year and a half, every single day, because you are becoming evangelist for the Second Amendment and you are an advocate. This is a long-term fight, guys. They may take something small, but they're going to build on it next week, and before you know it, you're at the doorstep of complete control. Colorado is just the most recent example. Other states in the union, we have a lot of wins, but Colorado is a really good reason to say, hey, there's a pattern developing, we need to watch this. And that's why we did last night's video, and that's why we recalibrated tonight to say, watch out, this is how they're going to do it. Until the next video, I'm Braden. Let me know what you think in the comments field below.